Guys, welcome back. How y'all doing? Hopefully you're doing well and at home with family members, being safe. Today's topic is realistic fiction. There's going to be a couple of things on realistic fiction that we're going to go over, and hopefully this will help you in answering some questions and some work that I have for you. Okay? If not, just remember, pause it, go back and play it over. So here it is. And hopefully you recognize the picture there. That's supposed to be me. So here we go. Realistic fiction is when a story uses made up characters that can exist in real life. What are some of the traits? For example, let me change the color here. Let me use red. All right. For example, the setting is real. Okay. Also, there's a problem and there's a believable solution. Believable meaning there's a problem that I'm sure it could be solved, right? Next, the characters could be real people. They could talk about a boy named John or a girl named Zoe, right? So those are believable characters. They have names, they're people. Next thing, we also have something that gives a clue that is also not included in fiction is the author does not say I, me, or my. So those are traits of realistic fiction. Let's see what else we have for you. All right, characters and relationship. The main character can have one or more relationship in a story. Okay? They can be good or bad relationships. The relationships can change throughout the story. So what does this mean? That also in realistic fiction, that a main character can have other characters that are involved in the story. Okay? And what are those things? What are those people, or what are some of the characters that could exist? Here we have examples. For example, it could be a family member, right? Family member. It could be a friend. It could be enemies or an animal, right? Those are possible friends and possible characters in a story. Because in maybe a friend in a family, you can have a brother that's in a story, the mom, the dad that's in a story, an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, and maybe grandparents in the story, right? Possible friends that exist as part of characters are friends maybe from a school, a neighborhood, from church, or family friends, right? That maybe they are related or not related, but y'all know or y'all met through, maybe your dad's friends, kids, and stuff like that. Example. Also, enemies could be someone who can't get along with the main character. It could be any of these people, right? Because maybe sometimes you don't get along always with your brother, and at the moment, they become your enemy. Maybe your best friend, you get an argument with something, maybe picking out, I don't know, a crayon, and y'all not friends anymore. It could be a pet also that maybe, oh, you know what, all of a sudden he's being mean to you or something. So enemies could be any of these people that you might know, right? An animal can be also a character in a story because it could be your pet, right? You might talk to him at the end of the day. Maybe you have a pet hamster, you talk at the end of the night before you go to bed, and they serve as friends. So all these possibilities of relationships that there are available in a fictional story. So there you have that part, right? And we've talked about fiction before. So let's see. Let's close that up. Make a prediction based on the title. That's what we're going to talk about also. Let's make a prediction in regards to the title that we have in a story. This prediction happens before the reading. Of course, you make that prediction just by reading the title and maybe looking at a picture if it's there. And also, you base it on text. You write that word, a pen, text, and pictures, if any, of course. So what is maybe a phrase that we could use, right? And I added a phrase here, something that could be used as a stem, It says, I think that this story will be about blank because, right? The guess is yours, basically. And it happens in the beginning of every title of every fictional story. And we're going to go through these things as an example to answer some of the questions that we have. All right, so let's go ahead. Exit out of here. Not that. Let's see. Boom. Okay, let's read this as a practice, right? A practice through a fictional short story. So let's see. Let's read Trouble at the Lake. Before we read the story, let's try to predict what's it about. It's obviously trouble at the lake, right? So we know there's going to happen, something's going to happen with trouble somewhere at the lake. And we can predict that there's going to be a problem that's going to happen while someone's at the lake. We don't know who, but there's going to be a lake involved and there's going to be something going on. So that's somewhat of a prediction based on just what I have here. And you see a picture here also of a little girl getting sick. So it's probably about a little girl that gets sick or looks like she feels like throwing up. And that's probably a problem that's going to happen at the lake. But in order for us to find out, we have to read, right? And there goes one part of it, right? So that's our prediction of this. So let's read now. Dad, let's go fishing today, requested Maggie. You know, I was thinking about it myself, replied Dad. So Maggie and her dad prepared the boat, gathered all the fishing equipment, and headed out to the lake. I've got one, Maggie shouted. I do too, Dad replied. They were having an awesome day. They had been having so much fun that they had forgotten to eat or drink anything. Suddenly Maggie started throwing up and became very ill. Dad was concerned and decided it was time to go back home. As they were pulling up to the house, Maggie's mom asked, "What's wrong?" Maggie started throwing up and feeling bad about an hour ago. Dad informed her. Because Maggie's mom was a nurse, she knew exactly what to do. She brought a lemon lime sports drink and told Maggie to drink it slowly. After a few hours, Maggie started feeling better. Maggie asked, "How did you know what to do, Mom?" Mom told her that she knew that she was dehydrated as soon as Dad told her they had nothing to eat or drink anything at all. Maggie remembered that her mom always told her to drink plenty of fluids when she was out in the heat. Maggie wouldn't forget the next time. So there you are. There's a story. What are some of the questions we're going to answer now? For example, who are the characters in the story, right? Let's go identify the characters. Let me use a different color for characters. We're going to use orange for characters. Some of the characters that we see is, of course, if you remember, the main character was Maggie, right? That's our main character, Maggie. And who else comes out? Who's the second character that they talk about mostly about was Dad, right? Because Dad went on a fishing trip with her. What is the final character that's introduced in the story? Who? Think about it. 1, 2, 3, 5. Exactly, the mom. So mom, right? So we got Maggie, which is the main character. We have Dad and Mom. Those are the characters in the story. How is Mom and Dad, who are they to the main character, right? What's their relationship? Well, their relationship is what? 3, 4, 5. Did you think about it? Do you have an answer? Well, the relationship is that they're their parents, right? Dad is Maggie's parent, and Mom is also Maggie's parent. So the relationship that they have with Maggie is that they're her parents, right? So that's that relationship they have with the main character. And the main character is Maggie. But what else can we tell me about this story? This fiction story. There's a what? There's a problem, right? What is that problem? Think about it. What is the problem? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The problem is what? You're right. She got sick. She got sick while she was at the trip, right? And what was the solution? Remember, there's always a possible solution to the story. Can somebody think about the solution? Meaning, how did the problem get solved? Think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The problem got solved by the mom giving her that sports drink to help her dehydration. Remember, she did not eat and she didn't drink anything through the time that she was outside. And that's something we can learn, right? Also, so we know the problem was she was throwing up, she felt sick, and that's because she was outside in the heat. So she will next time. Remember what it says at the end. Let's highlight that now with a different color. The purple, it says, Maggie won't forget the next time. So hopefully you guys have learned something from this story as well, right? So the possible solution, there was a possible solution, and there was a problem, and it got solved. So that's another example of a fictional story. All right. Let me see what else we have for you. So this concludes my, presentation about realistic fiction, and hopefully realistic fiction. You liked it. Hopefully it was good. Don't forget to click on the link, answer the questions that I have for you related to this, and hopefully you enjoy it. And also don't forget to do Imagine Math, Imagine Learning. Also, Mayon 30 minutes a day if you can. Don't forget to try. Go ahead and do that 30 minutes a day for each one of those resources. Also, I'm wanting everybody to. I want to do a Wednesday shout outs in regards to see who have done more time on there. And I'll see you then. Also, one more thing. Don't forget to drop everything and read for 30 minutes at least a day. That's something we're going to call DEAR, right? Drop everything and read DEAR. 30 minutes a day. Try it. Make sure you do your best every time you go out there and present something to me and taking pictures and uploading pictures to me. I look at them and I see them, and I reply to every single one of you every time that you post something up there. Hopefully, I like my videos. I like what I'm doing here. I still get a little nervous, but I'm trying my best not to. Please enjoy. I want you to enjoy these videos as much as I enjoy putting them up here for you to see and to look at. Don't forget, you can pause it, rewind it, see it over again, pause, rewind, see it over again, and see it over and over. If you like it, please be safe, stay out of harm's way. Make sure that you guys are following directions with mom and dad, rules and everything at home, taking care, cleaning up and all that. All right. Don't forget, you're missed and you're thought about all the time. We'll talk later. Bye, guys. Enjoy the music.